we're that. Chef's sitting over there.
The storm's past us now.
Yeah, pretty much most of the storm is gone, so the fur babies are kind of calmed down. We had to wait until they got all their out of their system before we turned the camera back on.
Yeah, our shelter dog Gabe,
he's paranoid bad, like really, really bad. Anyway, I'm gonna make some pico de gallo because if any of you guys know anything about it, the longer it sits, the better it tastes. So I'm going to be, we decided that we're going to be making our tamales on
the 5th, I think.
The 6th.
The 6th.
April 6th is when we're going to have tamale day. That is our Tubby Tracker Tuesday. So we figured we'll make tamales that day, and that way we can snack on one. We can have a tamale to eat. We can go ahead and make them. We can just do a fast video. I mean, we'll go slow showing you guys how to do the tamales, but
I'm really going to show you how to eat them.
Chef said he's really going to show you how to eat them. Me too. Anyway, some pico de gallo would be really good with that.
Yeah,
so
we'll probably have that and just a little bit of Mexican rice and
some chips.
Chips and salsa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that will be our carb cycling day, and we'll enjoy it with tamales. But for now, we're going to make some pico de gallo, making it my way. So if any of you guys want to join along, you want to make some pico de gallo, I'll show you how I make mine. So first, I start out with Roma tomatoes. And Chef threw in a couple of little... We had a container that had a couple of grape tomatoes left in it, so he threw those in there too.
I got them Wonders tomatoes in there now.
But I have 3 big Roma tomatoes. If you use the smaller ones, you'll probably want about 5 or 6, but these are big, so I've got 3 of them. I'm only going to be using probably a half of this jalapeno pepper because Chef can't have that much heat. So I don't know why I bought so many, but I'll eat the rest. I'm not worried about it.
We can stuff them.
If I would have, we can do jalapeno poppers. That's a good idea.
With cheese in them.
Yeah, we make good jalapeno poppers. Yeah, we might make some jalapeno poppers, but you'll need a half to 1 whole jalapeno pepper. You're going to need about a half of an onion. You can use red onion, yellow onion. We prefer to use the sweet onion. So I'll be using about a half of this. So, and then I'll be using about a tablespoon of garlic. And I've got some fresh cilantro here. I'll probably be using about 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro. And then I always put in just a tiny bit of this tajin. I know it's backwards. Tajin, but this has a lot of lemon or a lot of lime kick to it. So besides my lime juice, I'll use just a tad bit of this so I don't have to add any added salt.
Where is your lime?
My lime is over here, right here. The juice of a half a lime. So I'm going to move the camera down and we're going to start making some pico de gallo. I think you guys can see.
Talking about them...
I've got a bowl here to stick everything in.
Talking about them jalapeno peppers. One day I want to make something with some jalapenos. They're called big pig poppers.
Big pig. Oh, yeah, the big pig poppers,
You got to have big jalapenos for that. You take and stuff them full of barbecue and cheese, and then you dunk them in breading, and you deep fry them and bread them, and then you take them out, and then you wrap bacon around them, and then you cook the bacon around it. They're called big pig poppers.
Hang on a second, guys. I got to get my bench scraper. Okay, guys. I got my trusty old bench scraper right here. So our tomatoes are all washed. And the key to making a good pico de gallo is to make your pieces small. The smaller you cut your veggies, the better flavor your pico de gallo is going to have. And this also came from my friend that had the Mexican restaurant down in Florida. So I asked her, I'd always made pico de gallo, but I wanted to know how she made hers. So I'm just popping my core out of the tomato here because I don't want that in there. No one wants to bite into a little piece of tomato core. So unless Chef has something to talk about, I'm just going to cut this tomato up if I need to speed the video up so you guys don't fall asleep.
My arms are hurting from working out earlier.
That was quite a workout for sure, guys.
They don't have very many good leg machines there really to work with like the other park. But man, turning that handle on that hand bicycle one and then doing the that like set and press one. I did it set in a seated position and did 50 and 50 and then, or 25 and 25. And then I went to the other side where I'm standing. And that's actually for a handicapped person to sit there and do it. But I did it standing, and I did 25 pulling out and holding the resistance, and I did 25 pushing in, holding the resistance. So
Chef did really well. He did really, really well.
Didn't get much of a workout on my legs, but my arms and my core strength in the center is what it said. I worked a lot.
Now, I will say I only use a little bit of the seed and stuff from the inside. I don't use a lot of that. So I'm just kind of cutting some of it away and pushing it to the side. I don't want my pico de gallo to be mushy. I want it to be full of flavor and yummy. So I'm kind of cutting those off and pushing them to the side. Just like that. Chef can always use that for something else.
Yeah.
Huh? Right there. Okay, now I'm just going to take these and I'm just going to cut them into little pieces. And I'll show you guys when I'm done because I know it's kind of hard to see on camera what somebody's doing sometimes. But so here it's 11:30 on a Saturday night. It's been stormy. Tomorrow's Sunday. It seems like the weekend has went by like so super fast. It's right there in the treat bucket. The treat basket. The dog treat basket.
Oh.
And they think women's blind as a bat.
She was pointing at a cabinet, so I thought she was pointing at the cabinet. She was pointing past the cabinet.
You know, man, sometimes you got to draw a picture.
And yes, I am blind. That's why I wear glasses.
Now, he does need to go get new glasses. I've been harping at him forever. I keep telling him he's going to go blind because he just hates to spend the money on himself going and getting anything, and it's completely crazy.
My glasses are different. For you people out there that have astigmatism, I have really bad astigmatism.
We have plenty of money plus insurance. He can get his glasses.
Well, my glasses are kind of expensive, and you never can get them the same day. They always have.
That's his problem.
They always have to send away. They always have to send them away somewhere to get the lenses made.
He wants them the same day. He's not patient. Patience is a virtue, they say. Now, I would like to say that you could do this in a food processor, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you want tomato soup. So I wouldn't do that. This is something that you want to take time and just gibble it up by hand. If you have one of those little choppers, you could probably use one of those and be fine with it. If you're only one person and you only want to make enough for yourself to have for a few times, then of course, reduce your ingredients. You could use a couple of tomatoes, a quarter of a jalapeno, depending on how much spice you want. Stuff like that. You guys know. So, and me and Chef's got a couple of crafty things. Yeah. Sorry, he's showing me something. Chef bought something a while back at the Dollar Tree. It's a little crafty thing that we're going to do for our dog's memorial gardens. And I think we're going to do that one day, maybe around Easter or something. We'll be going on camera for Easter, I know. Because, well, we just feel like we want to. It's Easter. And we're thankful for everything and everybody. And we just want to say hi to you guys on Easter. I know this is boring, guys. But
not boring if they don't know how to make pico de gallo.
Well, they know how to chop tomatoes.
Yeah, but they don't know how to make pico de gallo.
A lot of people know how to make pico de gallo.
A lot of people do, but a lot of people might not make it the same way you make it.
Well, theirs might be better than mine, too.
Might be. Might not be as good.
So, I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder outside. I love stormy nights. I do. I don't like it when it's too windy because being out in the country, we have a lot of trees. So we always worry, okay, what tree are we going to lose this time? Because we have. Okay, I need to get my cutting board cleared off real quick, and then we'll get started on something else.
Shit.
Okay, guys, we're back. Now it's time to cut up some onion. And I'm thinking, because this is a pretty big onion, so I think I'm just going to start out with 1/4 of it and see how much it makes. So this is about the hunk of sweet onion that I have. And if you're looking for pretty, then you can use a red onion. Or I think they're purple, but people call them red. To me, they look purple. I don't know what you guys think, but they're referred to as a red onion. One of the best restaurants that we ever had that wasn't far from here. The sweetest lady owned it. Her name was Callie. She was from Italy. Yeah. And they had the best. And that little restaurant was called the Red Onion.
Yeah, remember me talking about Homer's Pizza before? It was
next
about a block and a half north of Homer's Pizza.
Yeah. Nice little group of restaurants there together. And it wasn't in what I would call a necessarily nice neighborhood.
No. The 12 Points area is more of a homey. A lot of average people live in that area. Let's put it that way. You're not going to find any big fancy houses too much. You're not going to find any big fancy people.
Middle to lower income people.
Yeah. So they got a lot of business because their prices were real reasonable.
Yeah, and then they had the best 5 and dime store across the street.
Yeah, Tilford's.
Yeah, so you could go get you a good meal or a great pizza and then go over there to the 5 and dime. Oh, not to mention they had a theater. It was called the Village.
Yeah.
And that's where we all used to go as kids, to the Village, because you could get in and see a movie for $1.
Yeah, now it's thanks to the Wabash Chorus or something.
Yeah, they have like choir, like quartet.
Barbershop quartet.
Yeah, barbershop quartet stuff in there.
So if you're listening, Tim Tilford, whose grandson used to play with the boys at baseball, I just give you a free promo for if you're still open up there. Old man Tilford was the one that ran it, but his son Tim took it over and they moved across the street to a different building later in years. So it's a free promo for you.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm just jiggling up this onion here. Doing the same thing as I did, but with the tomato, chopping it up. But I'm making these a little bit smaller pieces. Diced up real fine. If I had to measure, I'd say that's probably about a 1/2 cup of diced up onion. And a couple of cups of diced up tomato. And I'm going to give it a stir around real quick because I want to see if I may want to add some more onion. Because we like a lot of onion. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm big into onions.
Yeah.
I eat the sliced onion on the side sometimes with stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of that onion because I can tell right now that's, we're going to go ahead and want some more. I think that's probably enough onion. And give it another little stir. And make sure we're going to have a big old batch of Pico de Gallo, that's for sure. I'll let the chef look at this when he comes back and see if he wants more onion in it. He may want more. So we'll just, until he's busy doing something at the moment. When he gets done, then we'll see if he wants some more. Alright, jalapeno pepper time. Now, if you have rubber gloves at home, if you're sensitive to heat, grab you some rubber gloves and put the rubber gloves on. I highly recommend that. Don't rub your eyes when you're cutting this, which you guys probably already know that too. If you like things more hot and spicy, then you can leave the, what am I wanting to say? Any other time I could say it. The veins. You can leave the veins in there. I recommend taking the seeds out. Nobody wants a jalapeno seed unless you're really into that much heat. So I'm just going to go through and I'm just cutting the center out of this one right here that's got all the seeds behind it. And because of the chef and his sensitivity, I'm also cutting out the little veins or membranes, whatever you want to say. Just taking my knife and going along and cutting the white part out. That's the best way to say it. Cutting the white part out. Making sure I get all the seeds out of there. Definitely no seeds. Okay. Now, because I'm penguin and I don't mind stuff like this, I'm just going to, because I want to be able to gauge how hot it is, so I'm just going to eat a piece.
Yeah, I bought I bought some jalapenos. Mine
this one is pretty hot. So that tells me that we're not gonna put that much in here. It's not gonna, I mean, Chef likes something that's got a little bit of a bite to it. He wouldn't want me to totally omit the jalapeno. No. But I'm definitely making sure that there's no ribs in there and there's no seeds in there.
I bought one of the seeds I'm planting is some red jalapeno peppers, so hopefully they're not too hot. But hopefully we won't have to buy any more of this year. I can get some grown and we can use some and then we can dry some up. Here's a good story for you guys. My mom used to grow peppers. My mom and dad would have a big garden. And
now these I'm gibbling up super fine, just FYI.
She had some red jalapenos and she wasn't going to use them, so she just strung them on a piece of thread and hung them in the window. They dry that way. You crush them up and...
Crushed red peppers?
Yeah, crushed red peppers. Well, I was making some chili and I was like 16, 17 at the time. Hadn't really did much cooking yet on my own and stuff. And I decided to make a big pot of chili. So I started mixing stuff up and I tasted it. It needed a little bit more something to make it just a little warm. So I thought, I'll grab one of them peppers. So I grabbed one of them peppers and I crushed it all up really good. And I put it in the chili and let it cook a little bit. And I'm like, perfect. Perfect amount for the chili. Just hot enough you can taste it. And then I made the classic mistake. I went to the bathroom and used the bathroom. And I did a number 1. So I come back out of the bathroom, and within about 2 or 3 minutes, I was running back to the bathroom and shucking my clothes off and jumping in the shower because I was on fire.
Yeah, you never want to touch your nether regions after you've been handling peppers. Yeah, well, you shouldn't be touching your nether regions anyway. Well, what I'm saying, when you had to go to the bathroom, yeah. But for sure.
Never make that mistake again.
No, don't want to rub your eyes. Don't want to touch your nether regions. Okay. I have probably just about, that'd be just a little over a tablespoon of jalapeno going in. If you like more heat, add more jalapeno. If your kids are going to be eating this, then, you know, proceed with caution. Some kids like stuff super hot. So that's our onion, our tomatoes, and just a tad bit of jalapeno in there. Now we're going to take some cilantro. Gotta love cilantro. Cilantro is so wonderful. Yum, yum cilantro. I don't like I always try to pull all the leaves off of the stems. I don't want any stem pieces in there. If you've ever had something before that's had the stem pieces in there, it's just, some people just chop the stem up too. I don't. I'm plucking all the leaves off. All the leaves off. But the smell of cilantro is just, oh, it smells so good. Kind of lemony, kind of, I don't know how you'd really describe it. It just has a taste all of its own. All right. And this is something you want to gibble up really fine also. You definitely want your cilantro gibbled up small. Let's see if I can get it all bundled up here together. That's the easiest way to do it. Just to bunch it up and chop it up. Bunch it up and chop it up. Bunch it up and chop it up. And then we'll go back and we'll just really give it a good whack-a-mole. Alright, what I need is about 4 tablespoons of cilantro. So that's about 1, 2. So we're going to need just a tad bit more cilantro. And like I said, this is my own recipe that I got from my friend. If you guys get the gist of how to make it. If you've never made it before, make it your own. Make it however you think that you or your family would like it. That's what we always say. So yeah, definitely mark your calendars for April 6th. Well, by the time it goes up, it'll probably be on the 7th. But that will be our tamale video. Lord willing and the creeks don't dry. That's what we'll tentatively schedule for now. Right, babe? But, you know, sometimes the world has other plans, but... Alright, so that's probably about
5 tablespoons of cilantro that I put in there.
You done with the cutting board?
Yeah, I'm done with all that. So we're just going to give this a good mix. And I'm sorry, guys. We just been chatting, but hopefully you guys don't mind. Oh, I needed to show this. Gail, if you're watching, look at this. Oh, there's a little glare. See Baby Mocha in his little love frame. And Chef put this sticker right here. These are stickers that he had bought when he went into the Dollar Tree in Crafter's Corner.
I think it says love on it.
Yeah, it says love. Isn't Mocha just adorable? We love Mocha. Just wanted to show you this.
Hopefully next week I can get up there and get us a P.O. box so other people can send us pictures of their pets.
Yeah, we're going to try first of the week to get up and get a post office box. That's on our agenda. All right, now I have all this in here. What I'm going to go back and do is I'm just going to take a little bit of garlic. Just gonna plop a little bit in there. Just not very much. About a teaspoon of garlic. Garlic isn't something that would typically go in Pico de Gallo, but I put it in mine. Oh, and you know what? I did need my knife and stuff because I still have my lime. All right. Now I'm going to take my tajin, and if you guys have never tried this, it's really, really good. We use it a lot on various things. I use it more than Chef does. Chef doesn't use it too much, but it has a very potent lime flavor. It's like a lime chili. You can taste more lime than anything. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on here. I would say if I was to measure it, it'd probably be about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. And I need to cut my lime up. If you're going to juice, and you probably... He went and drug out his old trucks.
We got these up on a shelf. Yeah, they got a little dust on them.
They're up high on one of our shelves.
I know one of the new channels that I subscribe
Roll
to,
your fruit before you juice it.
She does antiques. That's why I subscribe to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that or not. It's the Mark's truck. That's the dump truck. And I got the concrete truck too. Both in really good condition. There's a little rust on them.
Yes, even big boys still have toys.
Yeah, this is one of my original toys I hung on to.
All right, I've got my my lime cut in half, and I'm just gonna put in the juice of about a half a lime. This will help preserve it too. If you feel like you need more salt, like I said, the tajin has a little bit of salt in it. But if you feel like you need more salt, just taste it. Remember, your flavors will build after it sits. That's the thing about Pico de Gallo. You can have it. I would at least let it sit for about 15 minutes. But to me, it needs to sit for 24 or 48 hours before you get that real good Pico de Gallo flavor. But man, the smell is just awesome. I can smell it. It's so awesome. What do you think, Chef?
Yeah, it smells good.
Do you want to taste it?
Not right at the moment.
Okay. Let me give it a little. Can you grab me just a little spoon?
Oh, you'll need that in a minute.
I might need it again. Isn't that so pretty? Mmm. Oh, yeah. Smell the cilantro, the onions, just a tad bit of garlic, the lime. Mm-hmm. Smells like Pico de Gallo. I'm just going to take a little bit more of my tajin. Sprinkle it around on there. And that'll do it, folks. That makes a lot. So if Chef wants Pico de Gallo on the side, he can certainly have some because there's plenty. So we've got a container we're going to put it in. I'm going to stick it down in my vegetable crisper drawer. Let it stay down there. We're just going to let it sit here and marry for a little bit. Okay, guys. Anyway, I'll put the recipe in the description box below for how much of what I used when I made mine.
So if you guys are interested in making any of your own, it's something great to have in the summertime especially. Anytime when you have Mexican food. We're going to be having some with tamales. So anything else you want to add, Chef?
No, that's about it.
Okay, guys. Well, that's it. We're going to have to try to find something to eat because we haven't ate for, well, it's 12:22. When did we eat? Like 4 o'clock?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's been over 8 hours since we've had anything. Normally we try to eat a little something every 3 hours at least, but it's been a long stretch this time, so we're hungry. Okay, guys, we will see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.